Hey guys, I'm Melissa.
I'm Patty.
And we are
Efecto podcast.
Welcome back, guys.
Yes.
Episode 49. Episode 49.
Bitch, we're almost at 50.
Episode 49. Welcome back. We hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. We know it was definitely a lot.
Yeah. Thank you again so much. Yeah, for the love, support, like everyone that reached out, like, I cried every single time I got a message, like from people that like know me directly, like people that know me through the pod, just like friends of friends. Like, it goes without saying, but like the support, I didn't expect that impact or the effecto that we had at all, but everyone was like kind of saying the same thing, like, wow, like the fact that we were able to talk about it the way we did and like relive it was they were just like, wow, like that strength or whatnot. So I don't want to get emotional again. I cried enough on the first 2 episodes. But yeah, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for all the views, bro.
I know,
we were shook, like
on YouTube, on TikTok, like all of our socials.
First of all, okay, so this might sound really bad, but like on YouTube, I don't really pay attention to like our views. We kind of just post it and we're just like, okay, let's like look at the next one. But my cousin literally was the one that was like, dude, your views on your video, you guys are like at over 100. Literally last week's episode is at like 249 views, and the one before that was like 167 views. And I think the last time we had views like that was when we had a guest.
And then when we first started. But even on socials. But again, I think it just shows like it's because we opened up and you opened up. We were very vulnerable, and you know, people in a way like they can like relate to past experiences or whatnot, but it was just so real. So I think that's why too.
And it was also very therapeutic for us. Like, I think I mentioned this in the episode, but I was so anxious leading up to that recording day because I knew like I was more so like, okay, when I have to talk about it, I have to relive it, but also like the world essentially is gonna know what's happening. But once we recorded and like we hugged it out, I felt so much better. It was like a relief, like, oh my God, I can breathe. And then when I was editing, I literally cried the whole time editing, and then I sent it to you and you were like, bitch, I cried.
And like literally there was like a part and I was just like, oh my God. And even just making like the reels and putting those together and then rewatching them, and it was just kind of, again, like reliving that. And it was kind of like, oh my God, like and I was honestly shocked that like, you know, you opened up that much. I was shocked. I was literally shocked. And then even me, like, I was like, oh my God, I cried. Like, you know, like, it's like, this is definitely out of our comfort zone, but it also just shows how much more comfortable we are with you guys and like just with ourselves. And like, because normally like that's not something we would do. A
year ago, we wouldn't have posted that video. At all. When we started, we wouldn't have posted that video. No. I would have been like, I can't have people know this.
Like, know this.
But it was very therapeutic. Like, it was definitely needed. And even after that, like, again, like when I watched it, because I watched it like the day, that Monday that we posted it, this past Monday. And it was like I had never like seen it. I had never like been a part of it. I literally was just like bawling, and I was like, oh my God. And then like seeing you cry, because that's not like that's a rare thing. Like that just broke me even more. And I was like,
no, but
thank you so much.
Thank you guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We saw a few of you like, on TikTok, I saw a few like, you guys should talk about this, whatever. Don't forget, we have a form.
Yes.
Fill that out.
Fill it out. It's on
our Instagram.
It's in our link tree. Yes.
Yeah.
Fill it out so that we know. Give us ideas and whatnot. But yeah, guys, literally, we're going to catch up, but I'm so exhausted.
You're like, you want to tell them why?
I've been a busy girl, okay? So as I mentioned before, like I'm not working. I'm working on things. I can't say what those things are, but I'm very proud of like all the work. I keep hitting this. All the work that I've done.
1000%.
Like I'm impressed. Like yesterday when I went to the coffee shop to work, I literally went to do one thing and I knocked out like 3-4 things, and I was like I kept sending you pictures and stuff like what I was doing, and I was like, oh shit. But today was a beach day, and I went with some friends from Seoul, so like that was super fun. We were there basically all day. From like, we met up at like 11:30, and then we drove down, and I was like, we're gonna go to Hermosa because we need to go into the water, and specifically Hermosa because I wanted a fishbowl.
I'm like,
I've been craving one for so long. I have not gone to Hermosa like at night, like the bars. Well, when we went to the Dodger game, but that doesn't count. We were there for 2 seconds and we came back. But literally went to Sharky's with Paulina, ordered a Shark Attack, drank it in the bucket, drank it, and then we went to the beach. Literally before even finishing it, I was like, Paulina, touch my face. I was like, yes, caliente.
You're like, I'm done.
And then like this, it was a beautiful beach day.
Hot.
Yeah, so like the sun drains you.
Yeah.
And obviously I got in the water and like I took a fat ass nap on the beach.
Good.
So I'm just like tired. But guys, I'm getting tan. I keep hitting this.
She's like, I am glowing.
I'm getting tan.
Yeah, I see it.
You guys are probably like, bitch, you're still white as fuck. For me, this is tan, I promise you. I'm like 3 different shades in different parts of the body. I have a picture.
I'm white here. I'm dark here.
At Seoul the other day, I got out of the shower and I looked at my butt and I was like, and I took a picture and I sent it to Dolly. I was like, my ass is 3 shades.
You're like, look at this.
It's like white, a little bit darker, and then darker. I was like, you can't tell me I'm not tan.
Like even me, when we went last week, I had a high-waisted bathing suit. So when I showered, my stomach, half of it is like whiter, and then the top part is like freaking dark. Luckily, when I wear crop tops, it's still that same little gap. So whatever, you can't tell. But when I'm in the shower, like regular, I'm like, oh my god, this is so weird.
Dude, same. But that's because I have to wear high-waisted or like the one piece or like something with cutouts. Because I'm not there yet. I'm not that comfortable to wear like, yeah, I need that control. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's why I'm very exhausted. Mm-hmm. And we didn't stop at the fucking fishbowl. We had a fucking 12-pack of Twisted Teas.
I was going to say, is it the Twisted Teas?
Oh, yes, baby. I had 3 or 4 Twisted Teas. And then fucking Dahlia brought a little thing of 1942.
Oh my god.
So we were lying down. She's like
shut up.
She says, close your eyes, open your mouth. And then Papi brought a fucking bottle of champagne.
Damn. She said, I'm not done. She was just in Paris, huh?
Yeah, she was in Paris. Yeah, so it was a long day. So I'm just a little like,
she's like, I'm done. I'm drained. I know. I felt tired today too, but I overslept at my grandma's house today. I overslept this morning. I didn't make it to my workout. But you know what? That's nada. Okay. Like,
no pasa nada.
It's okay. I texted my trainer. I was like, I just woke up. I'm not making it. My workout on Fridays is at 5:30. It was 5:35 when I woke up. And there's no way I'm getting there.
Yeah, but honestly, Mel, like, you should be so proud of yourself that you have, because it's already been a month, no?
Yeah, it's been a month. Or a little bit more? A little more. It's going, like a month and a half. Going over,
have you mentioned that at all on the pod?
No, I have not.
Let the people know.
Okay, well, guys, if you have me on Instagram, you're going to know. But I've been training. So I've been going to, oh my God, I couldn't talk. I've been training, like I have a personal trainer, Alice Fit. I need to drop her Instagram, but Alice Fit is pretty much what she goes by. And it's been so good. I go Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays and Wednesdays is 4:30. Fridays is 5:30. I just needed, I just needed to get, something into my system. I was like, I need someone who's going to keep me consistent, keep me on top of my game, just show me how to do certain things. And I just need someone this is how you do it. This, fix your form. You need to do this, whatnot. And then from there, I can take that with me, to the gym and stuff. But yeah, she had posted on her stories her availability, and I said, all right, this is the time. She had told me a year ago or so, hey, whenever you're ready, let me know. I'm here. Saw her stories. I was like, if I don't do it right now, this is the only time that works with my schedule. I just have to make it work. And then I hit her up and she gave me a good deal. And I did it, and I've been loving it. It's like the best thing ever. Like, as you guys know, and I've always like talked about this, but it's stressful. Work is very stressful. So that's been my way of like, it's before work, I get to work. By that time, am I tired? Yes. But I'm like, it just that weight lifted off my shoulder. Like, okay, I did this for me. I feel so good. I'm letting it all out there. And then, I've been learning a lot about what your body can do. I was very intimidated by weights, and that's all we do there with her, except for some cardio days. But even cardio days incorporate certain weights. So it's literally all weight training, all these like fancy ass machines that I would have never touched. So it's super cool to just see what your body is like capable of. So I've been learning a lot from her. I love it. And yeah, that's a little update there on training.
Yeah, and honestly, it's like so important and good that you're like being vulnerable, even be like, can you just show me how to do this so I can get comfortable with it? Because I think that's a big thing with like going to a gym, because that's what for years I never went to the fucking gym because I was like, I don't want to look like a fucking idiot not knowing how to use a fucking machine. Like,
and even just about the reps, guys. It's like every day you focus on something, like it's like, you know, it's maybe just 5 for 30, 5 for 12, 5 for 8, whatever, 3 for 30 or whatever it is. And like that too, because most of the time I would think like, I knew you had to focus on a certain part of your body, like different days, but I was like, oh, the reps and this, like, no, it's like, you know, take it slower. If you need to add more weight, do it and whatnot, but just like make sure like the reps are good. So like a lot of that, I've just been learning a lot too.
And it's also different because we grew up in a time where like the fads were in, like do this 5-minute ab workout, and we were both
I was very much on that
those in like middle school, and we shouldn't, well, like we were brainwashed to think we had to do them. I think this is like a healthy way to go about it. And honestly, it is like amazing when you start to be like, because I've always said this, I don't like seeing myself very like super slim. Like I like being a little bit more like when you can see the definition and whatnot. So going to the gym and understanding like how to use everything just makes it feel a lot better.
Yeah, so that's a little update there, but that's what I've been doing. She's shy.
I'm shy. I get shy.
You're fine.
But yeah, no, I honestly I said this to someone the other day. I was like, I would rather be a muscle mommy over being like someone this big. I can't. Yeah. I don't see myself that way.
I know. I'm still not there yet, but I'm like, that's like the goal. You know, slowly but surely. But yeah, guys, on this week's episode, I mean, we caught up last week of everything that's been going on the past 2 months, but we're going to catch up a little bit personally.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to jump in a little bit because I'm very excited for this segment. So Mely has been very vulnerable and like opening up. We have some tea.
We have some tea.
We have a story time. And I was talking to the girls at the beach in Dolly. I was like, is Mely gonna talk about what happened to her?
She's like, I have a request.
And I was like, I'm gonna ask her, but I don't know if she will. And when we were on the drive-in, I mentioned it to her, and she's like, I was thinking about it. She's like, fuck it. And I'm like,
yeah, because I've had a few of you girls ask, so I'm like, you know what, whatever. I had said we can do this on TikTok, so why not do it here? I'd rather bring it to you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm like gonna get very shy, but like Patty said, I'm gonna be vulnerable. But pretty much, guys, I was talking to this person, whatever. We're gonna call him, I'm not even gonna put
Trash
to him. Period. That's it. We're gonna call him Trash. I was talking to this person for like almost 6 months now, which is kind of crazy because if you guys know me, you know that I'm not like that. Usually I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna say it, I'm kind of like a guy, I'm kind of like a dog. I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't like catching feelings. No, not like that. Not like that. No, that's a little insult. But I don't like I was just scared of being vulnerable. I'm like, no, I don't want to catch feelings, whatever. I'm gonna just be single, do me. Met this guy. We had a great time. And when it was like, yeah, we did. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I had a great time. It was good. It was like insane.
Guys, and like if you know Mely, this is huge.
Yeah. 'Cause, again, like I don't date.
And the fact, like, she was even on phone calls with him. Like, if you know Mely, she doesn't like talking on the phone.
Talk on the phone. That gets me upset. But yeah. So whatever. So it was what, last week? I think it was almost 2 weeks ago now. It was 2 weeks ago. It was on Monday. I just remember because I was going to sleep early because I had work the next day. And I get a text from one of my cousins.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hi, queen.
I get a text from one of my cousins. She said, cousin, call me when you can. By the time I was doing like my night routine. And then I see that and I was like, what? I was like, okay, let me
Red
call
flag.
just in case. I was like, yeah. I was like, let me make sure everything's okay. Call her. She's like, okay, don't freak out. I'm like, don't tell me not to freak out because I'm gonna freak out. And then she's like,
me conoces?
yeah. She's like, I texted another one of our friends. She's like, I just needed to confirm, what's the guy's name that you've been talking to? But because besides like everything, guys, I haven't really mentioned to anyone like, you know, a lot of details other than the name and where he's from and whatnot, and to like a few people. So I told her the name and then where he was from. She's like, okay, hold on. She's like, so I've been talking to this guy on Hinge and his name is blank and he's
Trash.
from blank. Yeah. So his name is Trash and he's from blank. And I said, what? And I said, okay, wait, no. And then she's like, you know how when he finally, I guess that day he gave her his number. You know, when you get someone's number on iPhone, it'll give you like the first and last name. Uh-huh. So I guess his first and last name came up. So she looked him up and the only mutual was myself. So she's like, oh my God, there's no way it's him. And then I was like, send me his number just in case. And whatnot.
She was in denial.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know.
Psych.
Let me
say
just
psych
in
right
case.
now.
You never know.
Say psych right now.
No, it was definitely him. And yeah, so I was just like, at this point, I was just laughing because something kept telling me forever, like, just don't do it. And guys, it was this close, just bring him around. And I said, I'm not gonna do it. Which I'm so glad I did.
And she warned you about me, and I'm telling you right now, you are trash.
And the reason I ghosted you is because I now know that you were talking to my cousin, which is fucking crazy.
No, the crazier part, and he knows that's your cousin.
And hold on, guys. So, and I was telling Patty, I don't know if he was like forgot. I don't know if he was talking to so many girls that he just couldn't think about it. Because the first thing that I thought was like, oh my God, how many other girls has there been? It's been 6 months. How the fuck do you have time? Like, it was just crazy. And yeah, so I guess when my cousin was on the phone with him like 30 minutes before she called me, he told me he was at the gym, by the way.
Ooh,
and
trash.
And she was on the phone with him and she was telling him, he was talking about some trip that he went on. And she's like, oh, like, I actually just went on a trip too. I went to Puerto Rico. And she said the names of who she went to Puerto Rico with. She's like, with Patty, Mely, Sulema. And then I'm like, if that wasn't enough, like, he knew all of these details.
He knew.
Like, he knew these details.
Sulema is not a common name. I'm sorry. I love you, Sue. He knows. He knows.
I'm like, when I had told him, my cousin is on my feed. He had to have seen her. And I've like pretty much showed through pictures who everyone is. So I'm just like, either he wasn't paying attention again, or like what? I'm like, no, he just kind of like knew. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what happened. And the next day he was like texting me and all that. I was like, oh, like I kind of like, that's it. You know, obviously. But it was just crazy because I was like, of course it had to like happen this way. I'm like, thank God it did. Thank God it was her, because if not, I would have never probably found out. Like, I wouldn't have found out.
Honestly, good that she was like,
she put two and two together. She said,
she was like, wait a minute, this is
and by
your
just
name is
a
trash
name and here, yeah, like literally just the name and where you were from. Like, that's crazy.
We don't need.
But you know, right in time for this summer, so I'm gonna just go back to my old ways.
She's outside.
I'm outside.
Her DMs are open.
And we were supposed to go to the game tomorrow, but who's going to be my date now?
Thank you.
So there you go, guys. The tea's here. You're welcome.
No, wait, but the best part is literally Mely for a while had like a gut feeling. And in my head, I'm like, bitch, like, okay, like if you feel that way, like feel it, whatever.
Yeah. I was like, okay, you're overthinking.
You were going back and forth.
I was going back and forth for a while. And then I would see him. I'm like, no. And then this and then that. Of course.
No, but literally before this happened, Mely had told me
I was like,
something. And she was coming back. And I literally told her, I was like, I'm over him. Like, I'm over him. Like, I don't want to meet him. And then she was kind of like, yeah, like, you're not going to meet anybody, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then this happens. She's like, oh, yeah, you just solidified everything. I was like, that is it. I'm like, thank God I'd never brought him around. But I'm like, look, at that time, that's what I needed. And like, my dad and my mom were like, because they kind of knew, like, oh, okay, I'm seeing someone. They were like, oh, like, are you okay? Are you sad? I was sad for like I'm not gonna lie, I was sad a little bit. I was like hurt, but then afterwards I'm like, wait, and I'm like, thank God this happened now. And I'm like, it just kind of made me realize, like, all right, like it was supposed to happen this way. It is what it is. And again, I'm like, who knows how many girls, who knows, like, all of us. I'm like as we know, they have time. Oh yeah. What we're talking about. Yeah. If they have time. I don't know how. And that part, I was like, how do you know how. Time? But they got time. Talk on the phone all fucking day. Like, ugh. Well, there you go, guys. That was the tea. Yeah. Oh, that was so funny. But literally, it was like a novella. So Mely texted, she's like, bitch, guess what? And I'm like, he has a girlfriend. He has a child. He's married. She goes, no, bitch, wait. She goes, it's better. And then she was like, so I'm talking to Ashley, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Stop talking right now. Don't say anything. I was like, hold your titties. I was literally like, hold your titties. This is so good. It was just crazy. I was like, oh my God. If God wasn't trying to, like, God was telling me, bitch, if you don't pay attention to this, you're dumb. But yeah, that's what Danny happened. Was like, oh, hell no. Literally. Oh my God. But yeah, guys, that's the tea there. But it's okay. So have you ever wondered what dating in LA is like? This is a prime example. And then the whole time I said, oh my God, he's not from the area. He's from the valley. I'm never, like, I don't have to worry about it because that's my problem every single time. I'm like, oh. So I was like, okay, he's from the valley. I made sure no one around us knew who he was. He knew some people in the valley, but to me it didn't matter. And I'm like, wow. Out of all the people I got to, because it didn't quit. But again, it was God telling me. Yeah, God was like, "Don't worry, baby girl, I got you. I got you," and He did. So better now than never. Period. No, better, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with me. Oh man, that's the latest. That's only fun, like the tea that I have. Besides that, I've just been working hard, guys. No, literally, yeah. You have been on my socials. You've been seeing a lot of the partnerships that I've been working on with my job. But it's been fun. It's been so nice to just see it all happen because it's been super stressful. So to see everything come to life, I'm just like, oh my God, it's here. It's happening. I'm almost there. I have like a week and a half left where it could kind of like die down. I'm like, oh, thank God. And then we're hopefully gonna do a little mini getaway. Yeah, no, I really want to. I need it. So FYI, it's getting booked tomorrow. Oh, period. So you're gonna get a mini getaway. I'm like, telling you right now. I need it. I'm like, I really need it. Yeah. We'll let y'all know where we go. I know, cause my next trip. Well, I'm like, my trip isn't. My other getaways not until October. And then we have to also plan November. Like soon. I know. I got some dates from Liz, so I have that. And then yes, but yesterday Marissa's one of my good friends, and I've mentioned her on the pod. I went to her wedding last year, and literally like a year later they had, like, she was pregnant. Not even a year later they got pregnant, but a year later she had her baby literally yesterday. And guys, my mom, I think I mentioned my mom's bruja. Like her intuition and her like third eye is wild. So yesterday she asked me randomly at like, I think it was like 12, she goes, oh, she's like, has Marissa had her baby yet? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I haven't heard anything. I was like, not sure. Fast forward, it's like 6 p.m. I'm waiting in the parking lot at SoulCycle, and her sister's close friends, I see a baby, and I was like, and I saw it was posted 8 hours ago, and I was like, and I'm like going, and I was like, oh my god, she's here. And I text Marissa, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, congratulations, hope you and baby are doing well. She's beautiful. Mel, she is beautiful.
Oh, I bet. I mean,
she is, and her little cheeks are so, look at her little baby.
Oh my god, her cheeks.
She's so, guys, I love babies.
Like, her cheeks. Oh my god.
And literally I was like, and I sent it to my mom. I go, Mom, Marissa had her baby today. My mom goes, oh my god. But yeah, congratulations.
And next thing you know, her baby's gonna say, follow Efecto.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
I know. I can't wait to meet her. Like, so beautiful. But yeah, I didn't tell you, and I was like, I need to tell her on the pod.
So cute. Oh my god. Congrats, guys.
I know.
Yeah, like I'm like, I had no doubts that baby was gonna be so beautiful.
Yeah, because you, like, not to be fucked up, but like a lot of babies are not born beautiful. Yeah. Like, I'm not true. A popular opinion. Yeah. Like,
let's be real.
But there's some babies that they come out and they look like babies, like normal. There's some that just look like aliens. Like, or conehead looking ass.
I mean, I came out like this, so literally was like
a worm.
Tiny.
Yeah, Mely literally fit from like your wrist to your elbow. Like Mely was crazy. She was tiny.
But
yeah, I know.
So what else? Cute. What else have you been up to?
So again, I can't really say what I've been working on, but I've been working on things. But guys, I have a big like thing that I did this week. I actually started therapy.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Long time coming. As you know, we've talked about it before. Mely has shared like her experience with therapy when we had Sal, Breathe by Sal, on an episode last year. He mentioned that therapy really like changed his life, and we've always been advocates for it. Yeah. But for some reason, I never went to therapy. But I was a big advocate for it. I believed in it. Everyone should go to therapy. I've always wanted to try it. I just think I was scared, honestly, to like try it. But with just everything that has happened, just like the loss and stuff, and like me physically not being able to work, and when I went to the doctor is the one that told me. He was like, do you have anxiety? And I was like, I'm learning as an adult that I've been anxious my whole life. And he's like, that tends to happen. He was like, because you grow up like doing certain things and feeling certain things, and you just think that's normal. But then you learn like, this isn't normal, this is anxiety. Yeah. And he was like, if you're not even able to function, like, he was like, that's not, like, we can't have that happening. And he's like, do you have a therapist? And I was like, no, but I'm open to it. He was like, he basically said, like, I need you to go to therapy. He was like, you need to get a therapist. And he gave me a bunch of resources to kind of look up therapists. And I used this website called Rula. And essentially, I kind of just went through and I kind of filtered. It'll ask you, like, your age, like, what you're kind of looking for. And then it'll give you, like, bios. And a big thing that I wanted a person of color. Because I don't care, like, how much school you go through or whatever. I just feel like as a person of color.
Your experiences.
Yeah. You view the world already so much differently than a non-person of color. Yeah. So that was just like a big thing for me. I just wanted a person of color. So I'm like going through and I was reading a bunch of the bios, and it came down to like six different ones. And she's the first one that like caught my eye. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. Like, I'm just going to try her for one session, and I'll kind of test it out. And if I don't like it, I'll try another therapist. So my first session was on Tuesday, and it was just for an hour, and it was like a different session. It was more so just like her assessing me and just asking questions, trying to get to know me. And literally I was excited for it. Like, everyone that I told that I was starting therapy, they're like, how do you feel about it? And I was like, honestly, I'm excited because I feel like this is going to be really, really good for me. Like, I feel like I need it.
Especially with everything that had... like, just in general from, like, our entire life, but everything that's been going on, this is, like, the perfect time for that.
Yeah. And I didn't feel anxious until, like, she was, like, on the other side of the computer, and I was like... Okay. And then the first question, she's like, so she's like, her voice is so calm. She's like, so what brings you to therapy? Literally, I just grabbed the tissues.
You're like,
I was like, I'm already crying.
It's like that. What is it? Those TikToks and just that meme already. Like when it's like when someone asks you if you're okay or whatever. But
no,
like,
it's like that video when they're interviewing the little boy. He's like, "Do you miss your mom?" He's like,
"No."
That was me. That was literally me. I immediately just started crying. And I told her, I was like, honestly, what brought me here is that I recently went through a lot of loss. And it took a lot for me. And I was like, I didn't work. And then I went back to work and I was having panic attacks. And it's just a lot. And I was like, and my doctor highly recommended it. So this is where I'm at. And she just started asking me questions like, okay, again, everything high level because she's trying to get a bunch of different details to kind of plan out, I'm assuming, our next few sessions. So she's asking me about like, one thing, she never asked me what happened to my brother. She called it out. She's like, I don't know if you noticed, but she's like, I'm not asking you what happened because we're going to save that for an actual session. She's like, right now I just need to know why you're here. I don't want to go into the details of like the actual situation. But then she asked me like things like, do you have any like substance abuse? What's like your family medical history? You mentioned like, she's like, I can tell you are an anxious person. Like on your mom's side, do you see that on your dad's side? And I was like, honestly, anxiety comes from both sides. I was like, and I was like, I don't know if it's just an inherent thing that like people of color have or Latinos have, but I'm like, my mom is just a naturally anxious person. And I even told her, like, everything, like, that's that's just how she is. And I think I just naturally carry that with me. But yeah, so, I mean, the first one was good. Again, just super high level. We'll see how next week goes. I'm a little bit more nervous for that one because I'm like, okay, now, like, we're going to go in.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I already know I'm going to cry again.
I mean, that's okay.
Yeah. But she's so sweet. And, like, her voice is very calm. Like, she talks very softly, very calm. And she even told me, she was like, oh, like, you mentioned you're Latino. She's like, where's your family from? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, we're from here, da, da, da. And I go, oh, where's your family from? I only remember this one part, but she's like, oh, I'm half Puerto Rican. And I was like, that's it. I was like, that's my girl. Yeah. I was like, that's my motherfucking therapist. This is it. And then I think she's half, I think from Venezuela. I don't remember. Yeah. She said Puerto Rico, and that's all I heard. And I was like, girl, I was there. I was there. Girl, come get this, girl. I was there in April, and I was like, it's beautiful. She's like, yes. But yeah, the vibes were good. So that's also going to be something that as we record, like, we'll have updates. So yeah, I'm excited. It's definitely something different. Yeah, I'm like, I have the time, so I'm just going to do it. And I mentioned it to my mom that the doctor recommended I try therapy, and I told her I was open to it. And I even remember, like, when I told my mom the doctor said that, her eyes immediately, she felt like, I saw her eyes, it was like, oh my God. And in my head, I'm like, bruh, like, they think therapy the worst thing. Oh my God, like, something's wrong. So cries in fucking Spanish. Like, bruh. And then someone sent me a fucking TikTok of like a novela. It could have been an episode of the Guadalupe. Yeah. What is it called? Virgen de Guadalupe. And it was
La Rosa de Guadalupe.
Oh, that one. We can't post that. went to hell. La Virgen's what I got right here.
Really do. Oh my
Shout
God.
out Get a Rodeo.
Oh, that was funny. Dice la Virgen de Guadalupe. Duh. La Rosa de Guadalupe. That's an episode.
No, but I literally was like, I knew it was something Guadalupe. It was the La Virgen. And my brain was like, oh yeah, that sounds right.
So afterwards, I was like, wait.
I was like, that sounds right. Yeah, bitch, because that's our bitch.
Literally.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was funny.
But anyways, there's an episode, and these like kids at this school, they were like, oh my God, like, ya quiero que sea jueves porque quiero tomar. And they're like,
wait, I've seen
like,
that.
so dramatic.
I've seen that.
And then the girl's like sleeping at home, and
Yeah.
she's like, tengo que tomar.
Yeah, and
She gets up and she goes to the cabin.
Yeah.
The cabinet, and
Gets
she
it.
finds like a bottle of tequila, and it's like that much. She goes, oh, and she's no puedo esperar.
Literally.
And she's like, and and I sent it back. I think I probably sent it to Vicky, and I was like, this is why all of our mothers are anxious.
Dramatic.
Yes, and anxious because they really think that it's like that.
I'm like, because they were watching that the whole time. Oh my
La
God.
Rosa de Guadalupe.
Oh, that was funny. No, but I was telling Patty on the way here, like just in general, but like, I mean, shout out to you. Like, I'm like, shout out.
I literally was like,
if you guys know, you know, if you were here since the beginning. But yeah, I know. But no, for real. Like, I'm so proud of you. Like, obviously that's like a huge thing. Oh God, we cannot spit in here because we're paying for this room. So please hold that in.
Oh my God. I was gonna be like, don't look at me.
Don't look at me. Every day is a wonderful. Anyways.
Oh. No es pa tanto, güey.
Okay. Oh God, we gotta stop.
That's literally where my head goes. Okay. Hey.
So you guys, we can be serious.
That's why you can't take us nowhere.
No, for real. But
anyways, what were you saying? Shout out to me.
Shout out to you. Like, you know, this is a big step, and I know there's a lot going on, but it's all progress, growth. It's all gonna help you heal, and it's a big step.
Yeah,
so.
It's definitely, there's just a lot of change in my life happening right now. Like a crazy amount of change. And like, you know, when you're scrolling on TikTok and you get those tarot card ones, bitch, there have been so many, and I'm like, interact 3 times. I'm like save, like a comment, because I'm like, even like one that I sent you, and I was like, I've had like 5 of those. And mind you, it could just be because I'm on probably watching one for too long and then it comes up. But like sometimes when they hit, I'm like,
and even like how randomly they come, like, no, I mean, hey, manifest it.
Yeah.
And everything. And then like how, like we said, like guys, in last week's episode, from now on, it's like just doing things for you, for your happiness. That's all that matters. And that's what you're doing right now. And that's taking those steps, you know?
And it's scary because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. 100%.
And like, it's also hard because like you would think as an adult, because it's weird, I'm an adult. I'm only a 30-year-old little girl. I'm just a girl. Fuck.
Just a girl.
Period. But yeah, like as an adult, you would think or expect like you have to have your shit together, but like I literally am 30 years old and now I'm like, well, everything is changing for me. Like it's literally a huge shift, but honestly, like, yeah, if I'm not happy, it's not worth my time. Life is too fucking short.
Exactly.
And like I even have people in my life who have are older that recently have gone through change, and their advice to me was like, you're still young. Do it now. Because you don't want to wake up in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever. And
like literally like you just turned, it was your 30. Like this is a whole new, like, you know, chapter. So, and I mean,
one hell of a decade.
Yeah. And I know I say this on the outside, and if I was in your shoes, I completely know I would be like, oh my God, it's different. But no, it's like, you are young, and like, this is a time. And again, it's because you're doing it for you, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. And it's also crazy because, like, I don't know, I just view things so much differently now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't give a fuck before,
Mm-hmm.
and now I could give an even bigger fuck. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that even to, like, what I'm working on right now, the fact that I'm even doing what I've been doing is
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Because I've mentioned it in the past before, like, you know, I talked to my Nina and you or whatever, but I never followed through with it.
Mm-hmm.
And even, like, I remember the first time I did took an action, and I told my mom, like, I did this and this. She was like, I saw her face. She was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this bitch is serious.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And, like, when my dad asked me, like, updates, and I'm telling him, he's like, oh, like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And just the fact that, like, they're supporting me, it's just, like,
Yeah.
ugh.
I was going to say that. Literally that. Like, we had a conversation on the way here, guys. But I even got emotional because when she told me that, like, I knew my aunt was, like, supporting her. But when she told me her dad, I was just like, oh, my God, like, that's such a big deal. Mm-hmm. So it's really important. And it just makes me so happy to, you know, to see that they're supporting you in that. Because it is a big change. So
Because it's scary.
Yeah.
It's, like, not knowing, like, like, ugh, like, not being, like, stable is terrifying.
Yeah. But again, it's gonna pay off.
Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, it's only been a month. I still have another month of leave. I mean, I went in on this first month.
Yeah.
Like, June ends, I don't know how.
I know,
June
it's
is
so
literally
crazy.
gonna end,
Yes.
what, Monday?
Yeah. Monday's July 1st, I think. Like this weekend, I don't even know.
Yeah, this weekend, Sunday, Monday, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy.
I know.
It's been one hell of a year. Like, I can't believe we're already halfway through the year and everything that has happened.
And yeah, it's been a lot.
Like, and honestly, it feels like only 2 things happened. But because everything was, like, prolonged. Because, like, with Theo, it was, like,
like
Feb.
month.
Yeah, it was, like, January, a little bit January, Feb, March. And then we were in Puerto Rico and we came back.
And then
Still dealing with it. And then, boom, Danny. And now everything that I'm going through
now. Yeah.
But yeah. Well, we pretty much went, this whole thing was a catch up. We had a topic, but we kind of just went in, and yeah, I'm excited for the game tomorrow. I don't know if she's mentioned, but we're going to the LAFC game.
Yeah, it's an LAFC game. I've never been, so I'm excited. Yeah, I know you have.
I was drunk as fuck. I went with Brian and Marlene and Chris, and bruh, it was like a black hole.
I remember seeing those videos and stuff, and I was like, oh,
the TikTok of me and Chris.
Yeah.
Just like messed up. And then we went to La Chuperia, and then Chris and I went to Dave & Buster's. And I was like, I literally woke up.
You guys went alone?
Well, we met up with his friends because there was a fight. So we went to Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
I remember I was just like floating the whole day. We get to Dave & Buster's, I was like, wake up, and I was like,
wait, where am I?
And then I might have made some bad decisions that night.
Okay. We love bad decisions. Yeah, but it's gonna be my first game, so I'm excited.
Gonna be hot, and hopefully we go with our friends.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We'll text her after, but we should be good. Right. Well, thanks, guys. That was it for today's episode. I hope you guys like that tea. Y'all better not text me asking me for more. This is all you're gonna get.
Okay, please comment on if you gotten to like this part of the video, just comment like little trash emojis under like our reels and stuff.
But as always, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and follow us on our socials. And don't forget about that link tree, because like I said, a few of you are requesting some topics. Put them all there. Yeah, we'll see you guys in next week's episode. Bye.